is if you could tell us something about the business model of our company.
In the industry of travel and tourism for last 32 plus years. I've been helping instrumental in starting up various companies in the past.
How are you positioned in the domestic market? Which are the broad sectors and which are the kind of corporates we cater to?
I say, as I told you, our organization has grown. Now we have office 9 locations across.
Sir, typically tell me what is the broad repeat business for us, and sir, what is the USP we offer to our clients?
Repeat clients is 75% with
Okay,
all
okay.
data available with us.
Yeah.
And the selling USP is nothing but we are with you.
Welcome, friends. My name is Avinash Gorakshekar, and I welcome all of you to another interesting episode of Konexio HighFlyers. Friends, as all of you are aware, these episodes help us understand, emerging companies from emerging sectors in a much better way. We come to know about their business model, their growth journey, their future growth plans, and in this process, we get a lot of valuable information from the promoters and the top management. And this helps all our investors to take a very proper, conscious investment call when they do invest in such companies. And friends, today we have got another interesting company which is, entering the capital market very soon and operates in the travel space, which is a very growing kind of segment. And the company today we are going to discuss is LGT Business Connections Limited. And I have Mr. Wilfred Selvaraj, who is the managing director of the company.
Very good evening to everyone.
Yeah, it's a pleasure for me to host you. And sir, I'm quite confident that in this small interview, we'll be able to understand your company's operations in a much better way, which will help all our investors.
I'll try my level best to explain, to take
Yeah.
the market into confidence.
Yeah. So, Wilfred ji, first basic question to ask is if you could tell us something about the business model of our company. What is the main business? Although, I do have radio prospectus and presentation. We are into the MICE segment. We are into ticketing. We are into visa applications, hotel bookings. So, in your own words, if you could tell us something about the business and how did this business journey start? Was it started by your father or was it your first generation kind of effort which culminated into this effort? So, if you could tell us something about the business journey, how did you hit upon this idea, and how did things start? Sir, if you can please begin.
Yeah. So very nice. Thank you very much for your lovely introduction. And this journey, I've been in the industry of travel and tourism for last 32 plus years. I've been helping instrumental in starting up various companies in the past. So 2016, I thought as well, been doing that for others. Why not we start? So a couple of professionals like us who have been traveling with me, we huddled together. We started this company under the brand called LGT Business Connections Private Limited. And while we started, we were only 4 of us. We had a small office, and our specialty as such on a professional line is mice. That's what I've been doing it for the last 30, 35 years plus. And there are a lot of companies who travel with us and who had backed us up in this startup journey. In 2016, when we started, we grew until 2019 in a small space with moving from what do you call 2 crores to 6 crores, 6 to 8 crores. And then 2019, we thought us to expand. And that's why the COVID came. 20, we opened a big office on the 10th of February, and COVID started in March. But we happen to still progress because we have a business called Hotel Stay. So we
Yeah.
were continuing that journey with a decent billing, and we have almost done worth of 20-25 crores in that COVID period also.
Okay.
And just after COVID, that is 2023, we jumped from 20 to almost 61 crores. And we had started expanding into Hyderabad, Bangalore, and Cochin. And we were from 10 people, we became 20 people, 22. In 2000, a year before, we were at around 89 crores. And last year, we closed our financial year 25 by around 100 crores, 100.2 crores. So the journey is nothing but people. my team has been my core strength. We have those teams have emerged us in a way that they have helped us to get to this where we are, and that is our strength. And our slogan itself is, "You take care of business, I take care of you." So that's
Okay.
as a promoter. I am also directly involved into the business, and our board of directors also are handling their respective regions. So there is a very strong dedication effort. So that is what making us to grow in numbers, and that's what it becomes a confident builder. And we are in competition with the larger corporates like Thomas Cook, Cox King, earlier before they closed down, and today Make My Trip and other companies. So we are actually very confidently growing. We are in the leading growing organization as far as MICE and hotel stay business is concerned.
Okay. So I think very nicely articulated by you, Wilfred ji. Now tell me, Wilfred ji, there are three segments. I believe MICE is the main segment for you. You've got hotel bookings, visa bookings, also, and ticketing services also. So, on the MICE side, if you could tell us, how are you positioned in the domestic market? Which are the broad sectors and which are the kind of corporates we cater to? Because I saw that corporates are your customers. So typically, are these mid-sized corporates or smaller kind of MSME or SME kind of companies, or the larger corporates? What would be the mix broadly be like? And typically, geographically, as you said, are we present only in certain pockets, or are we a pan-India player?
Okay, wonderful. So while I say, as I told you, our organization has grown. Now we have office nine locations across. So we are a pan India player. Our largest group, which we have done in the last year, is 1,250 from Dr. Reddy's. Dr. Reddy's we are servicing for last 30 plus years, and Philips is another one. Was that 33 years I've been servicing that, and there
Okay.
are Indian Cements, Ultratech, then Maha Cements, then we have V-Guard from Cochin, we have Amar Raja from Hyderabad, we
Yeah.
have Avanti Feeds from Hyderabad, we
Okay.
have also some of the government projects we are handling in the course of it. In
Okay.
Bombay, we do Avanti, Ajanta Pharma. We are also doing Godrej as a corporate in our listing. So there are almost 150 corporates across, and all of them are large size. We
Okay.
are specialized into creating experiences, not just the mice, because that's
Okay.
been, I think, with God's grace, with our efforts, we have been always instrumental in creating tens of flying mice. So mice
Okay.
is a very minute experience given industry, and it is growing worldwide. Mice is today being patronized not only by India but the worldwide. So we
Exactly.
have a bifurcation of post COVID. We have done a lot of domestic events to Goa, Kerala, and we have done into Delhi. We have done to Calcutta. So there has been a very balanced domestic as well as international groups. International
Okay.
groups we have done for larger numbers to Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, Dubai,
Okay.
and and worldwide we are done to US, we are done to East Africa, we are done so many countries. We are almost touched 28 countries worldwide, and
Okay.
our numbers have been from 100 to even 1,500 numbers single
Okay.
shot.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's our strength. As I told you, we are a national player. We are growing to be a national player. We aim to be a national player.
Sure. I think very nice, Wilfred ji. Yeah. Vijay, now I want to understand that, in our business, typically if the client likes our service, our execution, typically customers do stick with us for a very long time. So typically, sir, what would be the repeat business we normally get from our existing customers? Because, every year nowadays, MICE events are becoming very popular. People have got sales promotion events. They want to host and take their people abroad, or maybe they want to host a domestic event. So MICE is rapidly growing, which I also agree. Sir, typically tell me what is the broad repeat business for us, and sir, what is the USP we offer to our clients? Like, typically is it basically you ensure that execution is flawless, pricing is competitive, and obviously it's a flexible relationship where both the customer as well as your company also benefits, from a long-term relationship. So what is it that you play as a USP card with your clients?
So I think you would be wondering our turnaround, our repeat clients is 75% with
Okay.
all
Okay.
data available with us.
Yeah.
And our selling USP is nothing but we are with you. We work on a very clear cut, transparent operational policy. We work on a very accountable margin wherein our client doesn't have the feel that whatever he is paying it from his pocket. So that means, our team, entire team, 109 people were traveling with me. They ensure that whatever services we deliver to the customer is well recognized, it is well transparently accountable with them, and we
Yeah.
make sure that the experience what they get, it's more than what they pay for. That is
Exactly.
why we are able to sustain this business, sustain the numbers, sustain
Yeah.
the growth. It could be from 60 to from 20 to 60 post COVID, and 60 to 89, 89 to 100. It's not possible without a customer satisfaction. And
Yeah.
coming up to
Exactly.
the hotel business, we are very strong because our TAT time is around 30 to 40 minutes. And we have a
Okay.
24/7 counters, and we are almost not there are also 100 customers are there, and we maintain a very transparent costing and very accountable, and our escalations are very very minimal because our almost 40 staff are working day in and day out for to ensure the customer satisfaction. As an organization, customer satisfaction is our main backbone, and our process is our strength. What do
Okay.
you say?
So I think nicely mentioned by you. Wilfred ji, now tell me just broadly, just to understand the depth and maturity of your market presence, how many MICE events would we have been have covered maybe in the last financial year, that is FY25? What could be the number of MICE events we covered, like roughly?
When FY25 is around 354 events which we have done last year.
Okay. And
And
largely
overall,
these.
years, if it would be around 900 plus my clients we would have handled, sir.
Okay. And these are largely both domestic and global markets both.
It's a mixed of it. I think to give you an example, we have got almost 1,000 to Dubai, we have done 700 to Cochin, we have done 1,200 to Malaysia, and so on and so forth. We have done a high level, high profile leadership summit in Singapore, and we have done a rewards and recognition in Dubai again. So like that, we have done almost, and we have done for Turkey from Ashok Leyland. That was around
Okay.
950 people. Devi seeds like that. So we have done a various bifurcation of corporates, and most of the larger corporates are getting lined up with us.
Okay.
If
Okay.
at
No, I
all
think.
somebody goes on of us, is because of pricing.
Yeah, yeah. Sir, very nice to hear from you. Wilfred ji, now tell me one thing. Is this business a seasonal business? Like most of the revenues get booked in the festival season, or is it a very stable business, 12-month business from April to March, or October to March is a busy period for you?
So I will answer you in a little critical way for the investors also to understand. See, this business is more of it's a round the year business, but the major peak comes in when any incentive happens during peak sale, and the
Yeah.
sale happens during festival. That is basically the second half of the
Ah,
year. That is, the
okay.
first half was lucrative, but it is not. It is never a dip. It is always a stable, but the peak happens during September, October. If you see the next month and all, you will have enormous groups until March. So that's
Okay.
how the trend is. So second half is always a higher trend for us.
Okay. Okay. So anyway, I think nice to know. Uh, Wilfred ji, now you mentioned me what is the USP of our business, but typically in our business, what is the degree of pricing power? Like you are an old player, you got old clients, you get a lot of repeat business. Typically, when the pricing factor comes in, like do clients bargain with you, or are they happy with the kind of pricing you offer to them? Because after all, it is a competitive industry, and you have made a lot of effort to establish yourself. So when you quote a price, typically is it in consultation with the client, or maybe there's a standard kind of rack rate which is available, let's say for 1,000 people, 500 people, the destination is domestic or export. How does the pricing work, in general?
Okay, the pricing idea periodically works on a very, it's a competitive world. See, India cannot be without competition. So, but yes, it also depends upon what kind of a quality of requirements are there. Like
Correct.
what kind of, for example, we did one Turkey business to Ashok Leyland.
Yeah.
They wanted quality. So we have done delivered quality there. The price negotiations are very lucrative. Similarly,
Correct.
there are various other requirements comes in. Some are price conscious, some are service conscious. So it's a mixed. And we, as an organization, we deliver end to end. For a MICE, we do their meetings, their conference, incentives, and also events also. So we have a in-house event team which will have to cater to small printing to their entire R&R in per se, anywhere in the world.
Okay. So fine, understood. So now let's talk about the broad financials. I think I was just seeing your FY24 financial. As you said, sir, numbers have been pretty impressive. 89 crores top line compared to 61 crores. Profit has also moved up to almost 3.63 crores from 2.97 crores. And in the first half of FY25, whatever number I've got, I think you said we are 105 crores. Sir, if you could tell us what is the full year profit, if you could tell us an estimated number for FY25, because for the prospectus, we have got only the 6 monthly data point. Just wanted to understand, sir, this improvement in FY24 and the improvement in FY25, has it come through a combination of large number of, MICE contracts, better pricing which you got from the customers, and some more value-added services which you added? So was it a combination of all this which led to better profitability?
See, I think industry is growing.
Ah,
That's a very simple answer I would like to say. Growing like it is growing like mad. Why? Because if you see the GDP growth of travel and tourism, it is grown in multiple times. So obviously, when the industry grows, obviously that growth is post COVID has drastically impacted or benefited the business line, and that is what the growth which you can see it in the
yeah.
figures of us. So I think, and year on year, it is also going to grow the same way because the industry is growing stronger. And
Okay.
very boldly, I can say to you that MICE especially is one business which is going to be a kind of a leeway in the coming years. And today, Indian government into India, MICE has been one of the key focus of marketing for the tourism industry. And similarly, it is worldwide also. So there has
Okay.
been quite a bit of upfront. So I'm sure that that is what it quantifies to the numbers which we are talking about.
Okay. No, I think very well said by you. Sir, now let's come to the most important question of the interview, that is, we are planning to go public very soon. Sir, what is the amount of money we plan to raise from the capital market, and what is the main objective of using this money?
So our raise up is 28.09 crores, and in that fresh issue is 25.28 crores, and OFS is around 2.81 crores. So
Okay.
we are going to use it for expansion and technology, working capital, diversify into various other expansions in terms of our market leverage. So we are also using that money for our working capital also. See, as
Okay.
this business is a capital intensive business, because and today we are in lack of technology, so we are balancing the capital versus the technology. So we are getting into the leisure expansion. So that is
Okay.
also this is going to be used in a very diligent way.
Okay. Fine. Understood. Wilfred ji, now tell me one thing. When you talk about expansion, will you also look at some new segments? Nowadays religious tourism in India is gathering momentum. A lot of people are moving on. They want to visit religious places. So any thought process, maybe not immediately, but going forward, you would like to use your
No,
expertise to ensure that this segment is also catered by you.
we are already having so we have launched our first launch in Vijayawada, and this
Oh,
Holy Land tour and the pilgrimage tour is already on the launch. We have a team
okay.
in Bombay which is working on it. We are just waiting for basically the season starts for this in by September, so we are structuring that this launch of our IPO. We will be definitely getting into that. That's the segment which we are trying to capture, the leisure segment, and we are
Okay.
going to tap all the two-tier cities as we go
Oh,
forward.
okay. No, I
So,
think
like in Ramnath, Coimbatore, Trichy, in Maharashtra, Pune, then
Yeah.
Chandigarh, Lucknow, and so on and so forth. So that's where because there is a huge chunk of traveling expected passengers, but
Yeah.
there are very few players who are capturing that market. So with a
Okay.
trusted endorsement by the IPO and other requirements, we might able to get a good grab of it. That's what we are
Okay.
aiming at. So
I
answering
think
the point, we are yes, we are going
yeah,
for it.
so very nice to hear, sir. Sir, now tell me one thing. Normally, in our industry where we function, sir, what's the normal working capital cycle? Because see, in our business today, you want to do a MICE event, you got to talk to the hotel guy, you got to talk to a lot of other people who are involved, and you have to make obviously some upfront payments, and then the client gives you the money. So the working capital cycle is obviously a little longer. But typically, what is the broad working capital cycle in our industry we operate?
It's around roughly around 25 days because see what happens is we get 99%, 80% to 70% to 80%
Okay.
that is advance payments we get it from most of the mice corporate because we
Okay.
are dealing with all the top guys. So that 20% averaging when we talk about it's around 25 to 26 days is the credit period which you are right now enjoying
Okay.
on an
Okay.
average. That implies for even hotel stay or business also.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Fine. So that is how it works. Fine. It's good to know. Wilfred, now without putting a number, see, since now FY26 has already started, you say that pilgrimage, segment, the leisure segment is also one which you want to focus. What are the market signals you are getting from your sales teams, from your marketing teams? Do you think that FY26 also will be a equally promising and a strong year as compared to what we have done in FY25? If you could just give us a broad idea.
Yeah. I think just to give you a percentage of growth, which I think currently I say I'm looking at around 26 to 27% growth averaging on an average. That's what the growth we are keeping it, and that is what we are aiming at as of now. But yes, looking forward, Dil Mange more. We would love to
Okay.
make it grow more. So as on date,
Yeah.
it is around 26 to 27% growth, which we are expecting.
Okay. Okay. Acha, Wilfredji, now, in this business, the talent which you have, the employees which you have are the real heart of the soul of the business, because that is what helps you position your company in a better way. So, sir, how do you motivate your employees? Because see, today is a very competitive business. People, shift very easily. So, the reason I'm asking you is that in our industry, when we see any successful company, people nowadays go and approach the key people within these companies. So, how do you motivate your people to stay in our company for a long time so that we get the maximum benefit out of them? So any motivational kind of efforts or any incentives which you give to your people which makes them stay longer with us, if you could please tell us.
Okay, there are two ways. One is I told you the slogan: I take care of them, and they take care of the business. So
Correct.
our HR is having a very strong impulsiveness as we go forward, and second thing is when we're talking about incentivization. Yes, that is the way forward. That is what we always said. Nobody gets motivated other than money. So yes, we have a mix of it. People who love to make us grow, we will definitely make them grow and see the growth together with us. That's
Okay.
what it is.
Well, I think very nice to hear. Wilfredji, now from a functional basis, tell me one thing that you are the main promoter of the company. Sir, what is your main functional role in the company? Is it new business or is it nurturing existing relationships? How is the team, structured at our company? If you could give us a brief idea.
We are actually, as such, from my side. So I am the current brand ambassador for this business, and I also take care of. We have a team exclusively who sit across with me and work pan India for newer acquisition of businesses, larger acquisition of businesses, and also we ensure that we are live on the business market to by following up our old customers also. So we have a very strong connectivity. We have a 15 people team working across India and
Okay.
under our various directors and also under the direct supervision of myself. So we actually connect with the customers in a right way and a very growth prospectal connectivity is always there on a regular basis for us.
I think the last question will pretty now, on the most important part of the business is that we have seen COVID, as you rightly mentioned. Sir, in our business, what is the most important risk? I mean, and how have we managed this risk optimally for such a long time? If you could please tell us.
I think, this is a very abruptive question, but I could answer it by my success. In COVID time also, we were almost 10, 12 people, we sustained it. And I'm today, as an organization, we are well cash managed. We are today balanced our business line. Also, we are keeping a capital reserve by holding properties and things like that. So that gives us a very strong approach. And today, even if there is a challenge comes in, we are ready to face it. So
I
even
think,
during 21, 22, if you see our balance sheet, we have done a decent profit even during the time when world was standstill.
yeah. Well, I think it's a big credible kind of achievement by the company, no doubt, Mr. Wilfred. And one thing which I also agree with you is that, if the economy grows, sector grows, then today the market opportunity for mice offers a very large runway for us. So, the growth over the next, say, 3-5 years definitely appears promising. And, God willing, I think, if you deliver well, customers are happy, then business is bound to grow. So, sir, thank you very much, Wilfred ji. I think it was my pleasure to talk to you, and my best wishes to
My
you, your
pleasure
entire
also.
management team. And sir, best wishes for your forthcoming public issue also. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.